News, music, Gordon Lightfoot. This is a show about Gordon Lightfoot. Hello. News about Gordon Lightfoot. First thing we have to get out of the way about Gordon Lightfoot is that his middle name is Meredith. Gordon Meredith Lightfoot Jr. Meredith, like the mom on Family Ties. Meredith Baxter Burney. Sorry. Let's take it back and really give this guy like the big ups he deserves. Robbie Robertson of the band describes him as a national treasure. Bob Dylan has called him one of his favorite songwriters. If you could read my mind, you'd be able to tell I'm a big fan of this folk rock singer-songwriter icon who's a pioneering Canadian star. Gordon Lightfoot was born in Orillia, Ontario in 1938. As a youth, he sang at St. Paul's United Church there. He appeared on local Orillia radio and sang at the Kiwanis music festivals. In high school, he took up guitar and focused on songwriting. And this is so weird. Gordon Lightfoot's songwriting hero was Stephen Foster. Not David Foster, a legendary Canadian producer and ex of Yolanda Hadid. Stephen Foster. Known as the father of American music, this guy was like the Drake of his day. He wrote over 200 songs including Oh Susanna, Swanee River, My Old Kentucky Home, and Beautiful Dreamer. So it's not that weird that Gordon Lightfoot was really into this guy, considering he's not going to have Dylan or the Beatles as influences because they're the same age-ish, so they were all in high school in the 50s, and they weren't famous yet, and there was no internet, and they weren't even pen pals, or were they? But anyway, by the early 60s, Lightfoot was part of a musical group called the Swinging Eight, and we don't know what that means, but we are just trying to convince ourselves it was a different time. The ensemble, henceforth known as The Ensemble, were regularly featured on CBC's Country Hoedown. Sorry, I was just mesmerized there by the televised square dancing. I guess that's why Country Hoedown ran for 10 seasons. Okay, you guys, there was a time in Toronto where people would line up at coffee shops to see people sing folk songs, and he drew those crowds. His early singles, Remember Me, I'm the One, Negotiations, and It's Too Late, He Wins, were minor hits in Canada, but he had yet to record an entire album. By the mid-60s, Gordon Lightfoot had developed a reputation as a songwriter. Canadian folk duo Ian and Sylvia recorded his songs, and so did American folk trio Peter, Paul, and Mary. Lightfoot is the name of Lightfoot's 1966 debut album, and despite the naff exclamation point, which calls to mind the campaign slogan of Jeb Bush's failed presidential campaign, it included what would become one of Lightfoot's signature songs. Tune in next time when I'll tell you about Gord's epic rise to fame in Part 2. Closing music for show about Gordon Lightfoot. News music.